I'm making crock pot chili with some lightly seasoned diced tomatoes and chili beans. Bush's makes a really good seasoned chili bean for some better flavor. Some mild sausage, a little over a pound of hamburger, and a pound of sausage. Alright, I've got the meat in the pan. I like to use 80% hamburger. A little bit of fat adds more flavor, but you can use lean if you'd like that better. Just add some salt and pepper. While the meat is browning, I'm going to add these cans of sauce to the crock pot. I like to wipe them off first because they get dust and stuff in the grocery store. So I like to clean them off before I cut them with the can opener. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the tomato sauce to the crock pot. The seasoned diced tomatoes. The regular beans I've drained. The seasoned beans I did not drain because we want that flavor from that seasoning. My kitty's meowing because she thinks the sound of the can is tuna fish for her. So I'm going to have to give her some tuna fish. Lastly, I've added that tomato paste that adds a nice hearty consistency. Now that meat has browned, I'm going to go ahead and add that meat. I've not drained it. I like all that fat. It makes a good flavor. But if you want, you can go ahead and drain it. There we go. It's good. It's looking good. Alright, I've cubed up some peppers and some onion and garlic. I'm going to puree them in this little blender. I've only used about a third of each pepper just because it's a little bit much. My family doesn't like the chunks of the pepper and the onion, so I puree it so they get that flavor, but they don't get any of those chunks. So we're going to blend this up. Alright, that pepper's all done. We're going to add that to the crock pot. Okay, it looks good. Adds a nice color. There we go. And some good flavor. And I'm going to do the same thing with the garlic and the onion. But whenever I use garlic for cooking, I always add a little olive oil to cook with the garlic. So we'll do the same thing in this blender with the onion and the garlic. Get that all pureed up real good before we add it to the crock pot. Alright, I've added it to the crock pot. You can really smell those aromatics from the peppers and the onion and the meat. It's starting to smell good. For the last and final step, I'm going to add the chili seasoning. I like that flavor from the packets you get. And then I always add a little extra chili powder. I don't measure it, but I do take the top off and just add a very generous amount. And then you can always touch it up later if you feel like you need to add more. Alright. And I always like to add a little bit more garlic powder too. And for a little kick, a little crushed red pepper always adds a nice touch. And there you go. We're gonna cook that baby on high for a couple hours, and then we will check on it and turn it down low, let it cook a little bit longer, and let the crock pot do the rest. All right, it's been a couple hours. We have our finished product. It looks and smells delicious. Hearty, chunky, healthy, easy crock pot chili that your whole family will love. You can top it and garnish with sharp cheddar cheese, and I like that squeeze sour cream. Makes it so easy. So try it and see it if you like it. Hope y'all have a blessed day.